Okay, so welcome to this afternoon's class. This is our noontime class on Friday. And this afternoon, I want to focus on honing the subtle listening to the inner experience of the body. And so I've put this particular piece of music, hopefully pretty low in the background, because I'm going to ask you when you're practicing to practice with the kind of effort that doesn't cause your ears to lose the sound of Om. And some of you are asking me, where am I playing this from? This is from meditativemind.org. Let me copy it and put it in the chat window for you. This is the particular recording that I'm using today.
Sarahjoy, I can't hear the recording at all.
I'll put the music up a little bit more then. Let's see. How is that, Nicole? A little bit louder. So you can hear me. Okay, 1 second, let me check. Thanks for helping me to sort it through. Now it might be, yeah, I think it should be playing the computer sound.
No, this is Nancy. I still can't hear it.
Interesting. All right, let's try this for a moment.
Now I hear it, but I don't see you.
Now you hear the music, but you don't see me.
Now I see you, but I don't hear the music.
Huh, okay. You should be able to do both. Just a second. Let's see. Now you hear music, but you don't see me, right?
I see the cat.
You see the cat, yeah. Okay. No, I want you to, that's not what I wanted. Okay.
Sarahjoy, I could hear the music and see you. You weren't spotlighted, but you were there.
And I'm spotlit now, is that right?
Now you're spotlighted and now there's no music.
Yeah, interesting.
Yeah, but perhaps you could maybe do what you did the other time and then re-spotlight yourself.
All right, I'll try that.
All
Thanks
right.
for your patience, you guys. Okay, there's the cat.
And the music.
And the music, very nice. Okay. Now I want to only have computer sound sharing. Let's see. I think it might be more intermediate, you guys, than I can do right now. I'll check into it at some point. So I'll have to use the sound. Often in our meditation, we use the sound of silence that is beyond all sound. And I know that you're practicing at home. And so I wanted to give you this like hum in the background, which is this particular track from meditativemind.org. But I'm not able to work it out. So before we delay our practice further, I'll research it and we can come back to it. Thanks for trying to help me. I do appreciate it. Okay, so please take a thoughtful upright seat and rest your hands in your lap. I want to introduce you to a pranayama that brings us to that subtle and then ask us to follow that subtle into the practice. So you may lengthen up through your spine. And that means gently lift also the very base of your skull. So the occiput goes up and your gaze goes inward and downward. And let your attention go from the periphery of life and bring it in as if you are narrowing the aperture of a camera. And you're taking that narrowing very slowly in for the purpose of learning to pay attention to the subtle. And for right now, you can bring that attention to the air entering and exiting the nose without needing to change it in any way. And it's not that the air coming to the nose is like so profound. It's that it's happening on our behalf. And this intelligence breathing us is profound. That same intelligence that is breathing the trees. We also use this technique because learning to bring our attention to something subtle and simple is one of the arts of yoga. So noticing the air coming and going, you're also getting a kind of news update from your body. What is the news of your wellness at this moment? Your nervous system, your breath, your mind. And then place the tip of the tongue behind the top two teeth and make a gentle hollow in the back of the throat. So when you draw the Ujjayi inhale in through the nose, you hear it moving across the back of your sinuses and it touches the back of the throat. We have stress receptors there, so allow your awareness to be on that pathway from the nostrils, sinuses, the back of the throat. And I'm going to encourage you to make the throat more hollow, like open as if you were about to yawn, though you're not actually yawning in this case. In other words, more hollow, not more constricted. So the tone at the back of the throat is by vaulting the throat backwards into that hollow space. And then when you exhale, we're gonna do the straw exhale, but this time, rather than like a straw you use for a milkshake or a soda, we're gonna imagine it's like a cocktail straw. So the opening is very small, and I want the sound of the exhale through this straw to be quiet. So it's gonna slow down the exit pathway of the exhale even more, and might more deeply tone the low belly. Let's try it about 4 times, please. So as you continue, notice the air entering the nose during the inhale, touching the back of the throat. A very thoughtful move to the exhale, like a tiny cocktail straw. Notice the length of the exhale, and you gently tone the belly, and you'll arrive at the silence at the end of the exhale, in the pause. Let the next inhale begin gently. And one more time. You might actually discover that your exhale is nearly double to your inhale or quite a bit longer. When you complete the next exhale, then just sit in a moment of quiet to reflect on the effectiveness of that kind of pranayama. And then please bring your hands together at your heart and we'll do the opening chant. Sahana vavatu, sahanau bhunaktu, saviryam karavavai, tejasvinavadhitamastu. Ma vivishavai, sahana vavatu, sahanau bhunaktu, vidyang karavavaye tejasvinavaditamastu ma vidvishavaye Sahana vavatu Sahana bhunaktu Saviryang karavavaye Tejasvinavadhitamastu Ma vidvishavaye Om Shanti Om. With your exhale, you may bow your head to your heart and release your hands. And please open your eyes. And were there any questions about the pranayama? You find it was okay? You can say thumbs up or sideways or like, oh my God, I have no idea. I saw mostly thumbs up. Okay, so we're going to use it again intermittently during the practice so that we can help to refine the mind. And I'm going to shift my camera to my floor space over here. I'd like you to remain seating because we're going to start from a seated position for asana also. Okay, here we go. Good, so in your comfortable seat, I would like you to also to have nearby for today a rolled blanket. You can see I have one here. This is my blue rolled blanket, and this is the blanket I'll be sitting on. So please arrange for yourself to have that. And when you come back into your seat, you can put the feet into Baddha Konasana, please, like this. And holding the ankles, please sit upright, nice and tall on your blanket. And with the in-breath, we're going to go up through the spine on the in-breath to the crown of the skull, using the nostrils for the inhale. And then exhale and come just slightly forward with that very quiet straw exhale. And then inhale, bring your spine back upright. Inhale through the nose. When you exhale to come forward, using the very silent straw exhale, roll the shoulders back on the way forward. So this is not a rounded turtle shape forward bend. And then again, inhale, rise up to sitting, please. Lengthen your spine from the inside. And exhale for the gentle straw breath to bring you forward. Shoulders back like a little bit like in cobra pose. Okay, last time, inhale up to sitting. And then the straw exhale to come forward. And then inhale, rise up to sitting and place your left foot on the inside, right foot on the outside. We call this Siddhasana. And placing your right hand to the side of your mat, sweep your left arm up overhead to side bend. Please keep the left hip grounded. So you're actually pressing into your right arm to help root your left hip down. And then let this movement with the left arm be very free. Inhale through the nose. And we're going to exhale through the nose. Turn to look down, sweep your left arm wide and back to the left. And inhale, raise your left arm. Turn your head and your gaze towards the ceiling. And exhale, sweep your left arm wide, like clearing the windows of your mind. Gaze down. Inhale, raise your left arm, maybe as if you were greeting the moon in the night sky. And then exhale, sweep your left arm wide, opening the window of the mind as you gaze down. Once more, inhale, raise your left arm, rotate your head, press your left hip down towards your blanket. And now keeping the left low belly toned, exhale, rise up to sitting. And release the left arm down. Switch your ankles, so the right one goes to the inside, left one to the outside. If I was backwards the first time, I apologize. Place your left hand on the floor, root your right hip, and inhale to go up. And then exhale through the nose, open your right arm, turn your gaze deeply down to your left. Feel into the right side of your neck. You inhale, float your right arm up and turn to the sky as if you were greeting the nighttime moon. And exhale, sweep your right arm wide as you gaze down and inward. Complete the exhale. Inhale, float your right arm up and turn your head. And exhale, float your right arm wide, rotate your gaze down. Here's the last one. Inhale to rise up. And keeping the right low belly toned now, exhale, rise up to sitting using the anchor of the right low belly. Release your right arm out to the side. Okay, and now we're going to take the left foot in and the right foot in front again. Cross your left hand to your right knee and your right hand behind you. Please twist to your right. Now we'll come back to using the straw exhale. So when you're twisting to your right, let the inhale have enough room to come into the body kind of successfully, nourishingly. And then when you're twisting and you've sustained the twist, try to use your straw exhale really slowly without causing yourself to feel breathless. And then when you next exhale, casually turn to center. And switch your right foot for your left foot. You cross the back of your right hand to the outside of your left knee. Yep, like that. And walk your left hand around behind. Turn to look over your left shoulder in your twist. And try the inhale gracefully up from the base of your spine to the crown of your skull. And the exhale like that tiny straw opening. One more time, without causing yourself to feel breathless. So this is like internal chaperoning of the process of yoga on behalf of a beneficial outcome with no sense of competition, breath to breath or moment to moment. And then we exhale casually to turn to face forward and just pause and notice how things are. Great, thank you for the efforts there. Let's put this blanket aside and come up to standing with your rolled blanket. Mine is blue, you can see it here. So come up to standing, and once you come up, please place your toes up on the blanket. I hope you have been doing something other than just sitting at your desk today. But in case you have been at your desk, let me say that your calf muscles, as a part of your stress response team, even when you're sitting still, they're thinking, oh my God, if she has to fight or flight, we're going to be ready. So we're going to stretch the calves to help reduce the residue of the fight flight. Please come down to Uttanasana. And in your Uttanasana, actively press your toes down against your blanket and alternate that with actively lifting and flaring the toes. So you're going to go through both of those, right? It's toes down, massaging the arches of the feet into the blanket. And then raising the toes up, even though they're on the blanket, just lift the toes themselves and feel that making the calf muscles communicate. So this is something that you won't be able to see so much on the computer. You have to feel it in your own footprints. You might raise the toes with your inhalation. And then lower the toes with your exhalation. And please do that 3 times more. And unless I say this morning that we'll use the straw exhale, I want you to stay through the nose for inhale and exhale. And then you've got your third exhale there. Nice job. And at the third exhale, you can then step backwards from the blanket and take your regular Uttanasana. And then please shift both hands to your hips and rise up to standing. Now take a wide stance on your mat. You can put the blanket aside for the time being. And in this wide stance, bow over the tops of your thighs, please. And when you come down, walk your hands forward, but not your hips. So the hips go way back towards the wall behind you. And we're making this beautiful traction for the spine. And I'm going to ask you to tune into the straw exhale again. So during your in-breath, a long, smooth inhale, let it kind of massage the back hemisphere of your body during the inhalation. And then follow really patiently with great interest this exhale that you are able to make longer through the cocktail straw. We'll just call it that, okay? The cocktail straw exhale. Beautiful. And then walk your hands back up to your hips and rise up to standing. Okay, feet wide. Please turn your right foot directly out to the right. Turn your left heel slightly out. So your feet have this stance that you would associate with Warrior Two, the Warrior Two pose. Great. Please join your hands together at your heart. This is a little sequence where some poses are going to be put together. So for the first few moments, if my words aren't clear, you can look at your computer image. Here's the inhale. On the exhale, bend your right knee, place your right forearm on your right thigh, and lower your left arm. Then inhale, reach through your left arm to Parsvakonasana. Keeping the left low belly toned, exhale, rise up. Warrior Two. Breathe in. Exhale, right arm to your right thigh. Bring your left arm down. Inhale to reach and open to Parsvakonasana. Exhale, left arm near your ear as you rise up. Like starfish pose, good. Breathe in. Exhale down, right arm to your right thigh, left arm towards the floor. Inhale to reach from your left heel to your left hip to your left thumb. Exhale, rise. Now, inhale, raise your right arm, open the right side of your body. And exhale, lower both arms as you come. Right forearm to your thigh, left arm towards the floor. Inhale, raise your left arm. We're going to increase the pace of the breath here. Exhale, rise up, warrior two. Straighten your right leg. Excuse me, it's not warrior two. Starfish pose. Inhale to go up. Exhale, right forearm down, left arm down. Inhale, side angle. Exhale, rise, starfish pose. Inhale, rise up. A little faster yet again. Exhale, down, right forearm down, left arm down. Inhale, side angle. Exhale, rise up, starfish. Inhale, right arm up, like greeting the nighttime moon. Exhale, lower down, right arm, left arm. Side angle. Rise up, starfish pose. Last time, inhale, reach up, greeting the nighttime moon. Exhale, right arm to your right thigh, left arm down. And now inhale to stay a while, side angle. Listen inside for now, the transition to a long, smooth breath cycle. Let's do that 3 times. Keep your right inner thigh open as you aim your right knee towards your 3rd toe. Keep the left heel grounded, so reaching into your left arm has this opposing downward force. And a smooth breath cycle with deep inner listening. Now with your next exhale, lower your left arm towards the floor and then sweep it back to bring yourself up. Let's make the feet parallel and then turn them to the left. Good job with that. So the movement of the breath pace, I'm changing it to give us a little Surya and then Chandra, means sun and moon. So let's inhale to start here like starfish pose. Good. Yeah. And then exhale, left arm to your left thigh, right arm down towards the floor. Perfect. Inhale, sweep your right arm past your right ear, open to Parsvakonasana. Exhale, keep your arm near your ear as you're rising up, and at the end, level the arms. Good, let's repeat that. Inhale here. Exhale, left arm to your left thigh, right arm towards the floor. Like a moment of humility. And then blooming. Inhale, right arm past your right ear. Good. Exhale, use your right low belly to pull yourself up. Inhale to refresh your attention and your stamina. Exhale, left arm, right arm down. Good, yes, very nice. Inhale, sweep your right arm. This time as we exhale, rise up from the right low belly, sweep the arms wide, and then inhale, rise like a windmill, gaze up. And then exhale, bring your left arm to your left thigh, right arm down. Inhale, sweep past your face, side angle pose. Exhale to rise, right arm stays near the ear until the end. Inhale to float up. We're going to increase the speed of the breath now. So exhale, down, left arm down, right arm down. Inhale to rise with the right arm. Exhale, pull up. Inhale, gaze up. Exhale, left arm down, right arm down. Inhale to reach. Exhale to rise. Inhale to rise up further. Exhale, side angle, but the right arm down to start. Inhale, reach. Exhale, rise. Rise left arm. And then exhale, left arm down. We're going to stay a while in side angle this time. So inhale slowly, reach into Parshvakonasana. Beautiful. Yes, very good. And we want the breath now to be like so artful, so graceful. Listen for the length of breath that you can create that is breathable and consistent. So your inhale might balance your exhale. And breath to breath, there's also some consistency. And this time with the exhale, you're going to bring the right arm down and then reach it back to pull yourself up to center. Let's make the feet parallel. Nice job with that. Please come down to Prasarita Padottanasana. So that was heating practice. We call that Surya. And this pose we're going to call more Chandra, more like the moon, reflecting. So your gaze can be inward. Even your eyes can be closed, actually. And this is a lovely time to do the straw exhale again, the cocktail straw exhale. So the very subtle version of the breath. And then please shift your hands to your hips in the timing that's yours at the end of an exhale. And rise up to standing and step your feet together and turn to the front side of your yoga mat for Surya Namaskar. And we're going to use this as a sun salutation. So it will be heating and then we'll go back to cooling practice. So if you're someone who's been using blocks, which is one of my recommendations, this is a good time to place your blocks for Surya Namaskar. And please join your hands together at your heart. So in the setup in my room, I can see you if I turn all the way to my right, but I can also see you here because I have a large mirror and my monitor is big and it's reflected right there. So I can see you. When I'm looking here, I'm looking at you. Okay, so palms together, please, at the heart. This is only nose breathing now for Surya Namaskar. So inhale the hands down, wide and up. Breathe the sun rising in your own body. Exhale, pour yourself down to Uttanasana. Inhale, glide forward through your heart, your eyes. Exhale, left foot back. No particular hurry. Inhale, sweep the arms wide and rise up, crescent lunge. And exhale, so gracefully bow forward. Think of this as a pose that supports your breath, not just your muscles. Inhale, step forward with your left foot, bring your heart forward. Exhale, right foot back. Complete the exhale without urgency. Inhale to rise. Exhale to descend using the airplane pose arms. As you touch the two blocks, set them aside. Inhale backwards to downward dog pose. Enjoy a complete exhale in downward facing dog. And then inhale, roll forward to plank pose. Place your gaze down between your thumbs. Exhale to Chaturanga Dandasana. Please point your toes. And now inhale, roll up to Cobra pose. And use the cocktail straw exhale to go down to Pranam. This is going to slow down the descent of your Cobra to Pranam. Then inhale, roll up to Cobra. And again, cocktail straw exhale. Last one, inhale to roll up. Now curl the toes under. Press up to plank pose. And when you reach back to downward dog pose, spend some time listening to the inner intelligence of your body, recalibrating from whatever activities happened before this class to recalibrate even yet more deeply into your yoga. And then please lower your knees down. Bring the big toes together. Place one block for your head. And come into child's pose with your head slightly elevated so your hips can descend a little bit more heavily towards your heels. And relax all efforts. Relax all effort. You just watch the body now doing this movement from Surya, that is heating, to Chandra, reflecting. Relax all efforts. Nature is immense, and she's taking care of the trees and the stars, and you, and your eyelashes, and your breath cycle. And please walk your hands now back towards your knees and rise up to kneeling. Nice job. Okay, so this is a new twist for many of you, what we're going to do right now. So I'll ask you to start kneeling. You might kneel facing forward where you can see me, and then take both hips down to your right side, like this. Like you're about to have your photograph taken, you know, that kind of thing. So with the knees like this now, we're going to keep the pelvis stable and walk over. This is like the Parsvakonasana from before. So I want you to keep the left hip grounded and walk your left hand towards your right hand. And try to keep the right arm straight, which means you're really twisting the upper back. Keep the right side of the waist long, and your gaze can be down and in. Now some of you will find that your right hand reaches the floor with great strength and that the left fingertips are quite light or they don't quite reach the floor. It would be okay to put a block there for your left hand if you feel like you need to touch something. With the inhale, allow the pose to just a little bit unwind. So the exhale, the pose might deepen as you tone the low belly. This gentle sense of the pose, just slightly unwinding on the inhale, would happen when you're inhaling to the back hemisphere of the body, as if you filled up a parachute and it caused your pose to drift slightly back into the kidneys. And then you exhale, and the twist may go a little bit deeper. And then let's use an exhale to walk back to center. And switch your feet so you can kneel to the other side, like this. Okay, now keeping the right hip stable, even though it's not touching the floor, your right hip can rest on your left arch or on your right heel, or somewhere near to that. And then left hand to the side, and walk your right hand over. I am going to ask you to keep the left arm straight. And that means that your right fingertips may or may not reach the floor. And you could place a block there if you prefer for them to touch something. And try to have the sense that you could deepen your pose during the exhale, but deepen means inside, an internal kind of strength, internal rotation. And then on the inhale, as you breathe into the back of the body, it's almost like you're filling up a parachute back there. And then the exhale offers a little deeper twist to the left. And then with your exhale, float yourself back to center. Momentarily come up to kneeling because it's symmetrical. If you prefer, you can put a block under your hips for this moment of kneeling. And rest your hands in your lap. And listen to all that's moving within you. Not by narrating it, by simply listening. Imagine all the internal mechanisms, the little duties that are going on right now to nourish you. Circulation from the heart out to the distal regions and back to the heart. Innervation from the brain to all the regions and back to the brain. Respiration, which connects you to the cosmos, is being breathed. And then please watch me one more time for a twisting pose that is also a little bit unusual. I moved to the left side of my mat so that you can see me when I come down to my right. So this time I'm going to roll even more so that now my feet, shins and knees are stacked like this. So this hip is up, not touching the heels. And when I walk around here, I want to have so that both hands are reaching towards the floor. This time I'm using my right hand straight, and I'll move that block so you can see. My right palm is flat to the floor. And the left hand might walk a little bit further forward than the right. So in this twist, we are aiming at the upper back and the shoulders. But you might also feel the right side of the belly, the under part of your pose. You might feel the left hip getting long away from your left shoulder. And sense the breath like a parachute moving into the back of your body. So you could imagine giving a gift to the back of your lungs, the back of your kidneys, the back of the organs in the abdomen. Now the exhale may take you more deeply into the twist, but it's not required. And then slide your left hand on the floor back towards your lap. And this time you can switch like a break dancer. Okay, so stack the two knees and do your best to keep them stacked so that this is a unit in the lower hemisphere of the body. And walk your left hand to the floor and then walk your right hand out towards the destination of your left hand. It may or may not reach completely. The gaze can be down. And imagine the inhale is again to fill the back of the lungs, the back of the kidneys, the back of the waist. And on the exhale, you may be able to twist a little bit more to your left. For some of you, you'll find that you can walk your right hand farther forward than your left hand, and that's a part of your twist. But do keep the hips and legs as a unit, so you're not giving up the pelvis to make it look like the right hand is going past the left hand. And then with an exhale, press into your left hand and glide the right fingers back towards your lap, and then come up to sit cross-legged like this. Rest your hands over your knees. Try to be upright if necessary. Of course, put something under your pelvis. Now we're going to finish with a practice that uses that blanket roll. And I'm very excited to teach this to you and to help bring you into a very nourishing Shavasana this afternoon. So your blanket roll, something like this, goes down the length of your mat. You're going to be sitting in front of your blanket, not on it. And when you lie backwards, it supports the top of your sacrum, and then your lumbar spine, mid-back spine, upper back spine. Good, I'll wait for you. I can see you. So I do want the pelvis to feel like it's going to tip a little bit down here, like a slight slope down. The lower back has a gentle curve, and the blanket supports that curve. Check that you have room overhead so that when you inhale, your arms will not run into something, maybe the cat or the dog, but they can be worked with. And when you come down, the arms will return to this position alongside your hips. Okay, let's rest a moment to get everything recalibrated. Here you are. This is a pranayama practice that precedes Shavasana. It was Rumi who said, "There is some kiss we want with our whole lives, the touch of spirit on the body. Seawater begs the pearl to break its shell, and the lily, how passionately it needs some wild darling. At night, I open the window and ask the moon to press her face against mine, to breathe into me. Close the language door and open the love window. The moon won't use the door, only the window." So we are practicing pranayama on behalf of the moon. So with your inhale through the nose, raise your arms very slowly, synchronized with the full inhale that comes up into the heart like a full moon, radiant in the heart. Exhale like a cocktail straw. Return your hands and arms to the starting position. So slowly, paced with the longer exhale. Enjoy the tone that happens in the deep, low belly. And inhale through the nose to raise your arms. Time this so that as the arms go overhead, you're starting to feel the breath move up into the heart like a full moon in the night sky. The silent cocktail straw exhale. One more time, please. Imagine that you're opening the window to let the moon in as you raise the arms overhead. And there it is, the full moon in the chest. And then exhale like a cocktail straw. Then deeply relax the low belly. Stretch your left leg out, right leg out. Turn your palms face up. Imagine the full moon in the night sky that she knows her light is being reflected. She's borrowing that light to reflect it back to us, to light up the night sky in the darkness. Imagine she is shining her light on you right now. I'm going to ask you to visualize in this poem when he says, close the language door and open the love window. This window is in the heart. So imagine the full moon of the night sky is in your heart. Reflecting that love that we are borrowing from grace itself, from the source of all love. And imagine this reflection flowing downwards to nourish the organs and your abdomen. Ya Devi Sarva Bhukteshu Shantirupena Samstita Namastasya 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 Namo Namah. Imagine this reflection. It flows down to the organs in the abdomen, reminding the organs, the source of vitality and the source of love. Both are available to the organs, so long as the mind is not getting in the way. We close the language door and open the love window. Imagine this reflection goes further down now into your hip joints, your pelvis, and the moonlight infuses the leg bones, the knees, your shins, heels, arches, and toes. Ya Devi Sarva Bhukteshu Shantirupena Samstita Namastasya 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 Namo Namah. And sense the light of the moon reflecting all the way down to your toes. From the full moon in the chest, down through the organs of the abdomen, your hip joints, the bones of your legs, shins and heels, arches and toes. There is some kiss we want with our whole lives, the touch of spirit on the body. At night, I open the window and ask the moon to press her face against mine. Breathe into me. Close the language door and open the love window. The moon won't use the door, only the window. Ya Devi Sarva Bhukteshu Shanti Rupena Samstita Namastasyai 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 Namo Namah. And now imagine from the heart, the full moon in the heart. That reflection flows down your shoulders, your arms, elbows, forearms and hands, fingers and thumbs. And from the heart upwards through your throat, into your face and your head, infusing the brain also with this Chandra, this beautiful capacity to reflect, the original source of love and grace. Ya Devi Sarva Bhukteshu Shanti Rupena Samstita Namastasyai 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 Namo Namah. Ya Devi Sarva Bhukteshu Shanti Rupena Samstita Namastasyai 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 Namo Namah. And now for the last moments in Shavasana, imagine the moonlight infused version of you and also everyone who's on the call. Everyone in your practice room, infused by this reflective light. And then you may slightly deepen your breath and gently wiggle your fingers and your toes. As you bend your knees, you may then thoughtfully roll to your right side. Take your time, please. And then you can use both hands when you're ready to come back up to sitting. Okay, and welcome back from Shavasana. Let's sit for a few moments together, please. So nice to be with you.
Thank you, Sarah.
So Rumi said, there is some kiss we want with our whole lives, the touch of spirit on the body. Seawater begs the pearl to break its shell. And the lily, how passionately it needs some wild darling. At night, I open the window and ask the moon to press her face against mine. Breathe into me. Close the language door and open the love window. The moon won't use the door, only the window. You can bring your hands together at your heart, and you may try singing with me. We can't hear you, so you can make it up also. Ya Devi Sarva Bhukteshu Shanti Rupena Samstita Namastasyai 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 Namo Namah. May this practice protect that which is beautiful. May it light up that which is wise. May we know ourselves to be both love and wisdom. Thank you very much, everyone. Namaste. So as always, I'd like to